Okay, hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the Twitch channel. Of course, this is the Ready Sega Twitch stream here on a Saturday afternoon, which means you're kept in the company of none other than myself, the Green Viper. Aren't you oh so lucky? Now, last week we played through Mario & Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. Great game, not one of my favourites, but it's a good time. It was a great experience with the chat, etc. Enjoyed myself there, but this week, we originally had scheduled that we were going to play the 3DS version because it's got a story mode on it, so we might as well cover it, hey? But I'm sure you've heard all the hosts complain about it. It's just too hot. It's awful here, and I complain about it quite a lot, but my office gets like 40 degrees in this warm weather. It's just not ideal in the slightest, so I've had the door open for ages today, and I've been airing it out with fans and that sort of thing, and it's somewhat pleasant at the moment, and I've kind of dressed appropriately for this, but it's still like not quite there. It's already quite warm in here, so I didn't want to play a game which I knew that if I had to drop I'd feel a bit guilty about. So, you know, for example, Mario & Sonic, if I had started playing it and I had to drop out for whatever reason, like a couple hours in, I'd feel guilty that I wouldn't be able to come back immediately to that. So I want to do just some chill stuff today. You know, don't have to engage my brain too much. Just turn it off and play a game which I can just relax with, or play multiple games which I can relax with. And especially with like the 3DS capture setup as well, it's just such a pain. There's so many wires everywhere, and it's just not ideal on a day like today. So that's on the back burner. We'll do the 3DS version of that game at some point because I'm looking forward to doing that. But today, I had to think of a backup plan, and I've been playing a lot of GameCube recently. So it just started off because I wanted a way to play my GBA games again, because I've been enjoying playing some GBA games as of lately. Been buying quite a few of them, snapping them up for the collection. So I've been doing that, and the GameCube's just the best way to play them, with the Game Boy player and a bit of homebrew called the Game Boy interface, that type of thing. So I've been greatly enjoying my time playing that, but eventually I ran out of GBA games. So I went over to GameCube stuff on my actual GameCube, which I haven't done for years. So I used to just use like a Wii for it. But I was like, yeah, why not? Real hardware, that sort of stuff. So playing these GameCube games on my real console, I'm like, yeah, this is good, but I need to invest because I'm sitting here with composite cables and all this other stuff, and it looks disgusting. So I invested in a GC HDMI solution. So my GameCube can now run through HDMI, and it looks gorgeous. Like, I wouldn't say emulator quality, but the best you can possibly push out of some of these old games. And Sonic Heroes, it looks so much better than it does even from my Wii, with all the good capture setup I have through that. Like, I've got Wii to HDMI, I've also got component cables on hand, but it doesn't look as good as it does on the real GameCube. The video quality on this thing is immense. It's so nice, and it was a little bit pricey to get the GC HDMI, but I play a lot of Game Boy games as well as GameCube games, so the investment was worth it for me. So I was like, yeah, sure, let's stream some GameCube, because I've already been playing GameCube, so why not? Then it was like a case of, what games do I want to play on GameCube? And I'm looking around, twiddling my thumbs a bit. I don't have many games that are Sega games on the GameCube. Really not many, mostly Sonic stuff, and the Sega stuff I have is very few and far between, actually. And then I looked at my new releases shelf, and I noticed I had imported at some point the Japanese version of Sonic Heroes. Like, yeah, sure, why not? I've played Sonic Heroes quite a few times, so it'd be interesting to experience it a different way, with the Japanese voices, etc. So, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be doing for the first bit of today. Might, a little bit later on, switch to some other stuff. I've got a stack of games on hand here from various regions, etc. So, I thought, yeah, sure, why not? Let's play some GameCube, and let's play some Sonic Heroes. So, hello to everyone in the chat room today as well. We've got the likes of Rapid Run, and I can see we've also got some lurkers, so hello to all of you as well. I've sent out some links, etc. to all the guys who are normally interested in these streams, and this one's not going to be as long as it normally would be, I don't think, unless I just stop caring and just melt into the back of my chair. Probably a 3-hour stream tonight, so go until 7 UK, I reckon. It's a fairly safe estimate. If I go any further, it'll be a little bit of a bonus, but need to look after myself at the moment in this heat, because I suffer from heat exhaustion most summers, so I really want to avoid that if possible. So yeah, going to be taking breaks, etc. Gonna be making sure to get fresh air, that type of thing. But outside of that, let's chill with some Sonic Heroes, shall we? Let's go on over to the game feed. So it's actually not looking all that different at the moment. It's in English because I'd learnt while I was messing about with the settings that the Japanese version supports English. It doesn't support English voices, thankfully, which is the only reason you'd want to play this one over the English version, which I can see is sat in my game stack right now. So that's nice, at least. I can say with confidence, because it's a meme. The English voices of this game, like Tails especially, and Charmy, they're not very well done because it's the early 2000s. Voice acting was not very good back then. But the Japanese stuff's fine, so I'm glad I can play it this way. It wasn't actually that bad to import, because I got this back when this COVID stuff started, so back in like March when the yen just plummeted through the floor, and people were selling imports really cheap, and I think I got this for like £10 all in all, which is actually less than it cost to get a version from you know, on the shores of England, so I'm very happy with that, as to how that went. But yeah, here we are in the main menu anyway. At least you have Sega games on the GC. All I have is every Sonic game, except for Mega Collection. I don't have Mega Collection, and I don't have Riders. Outside of that, the only two other games I have from Sega are Super Monkey Ball 1 and Billy Hatcher. And both of those are because I found them for £5 in the charity shop once upon a time. It's the only reason I have those two. It's a shame, because I love this console. I just never find the games anywhere. And when I do, it's the stuff I already have. I'll go into CEX, which is, for those of you Americans, Computer Exchange. It's a popular second-hand goods shop, that type of thing, especially for video games. Whenever they have GameCube games, it's always like Mario Kart Double Dash, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and they're all great games, but they're not Sega. And when they do have Sega, it's always SA2, without fail. Never any other games. And, you know, I love SA2 as much as the next person, but I don't need another copy of that game. I've got plenty. And yeah, I did hear about that, Rapid, actually, because I've got both those games on original Xbox, and that's how I ended up playing them. But on GameCube, you are stuck with the voice of the language that you bought. But for some reason, you can switch the text language. Just I guess there wasn't enough room on the disc to justify putting all voice languages on there. So as a result, if you want Japanese, you got to get the Japanese version. If you want English, you get the gist. Because back when there was only two languages that most games came in terms of voice acting. So, English or Japanese, that's your lot. I know which one I want to go with. So, I normally wouldn't do this, but hey, we got time. Let's play the tutorial. Because why not? So this is Seagate. You normally only play Seagate as Team Rose. And Team Rose is normally the team that I play when I play this game. It's just the most comfortable, fun experience. You can beat it in like an hour or so. Unsurprisingly, I don't really need a tutorial on how to play this game. I've been playing it for like 15 years or so. I know how you play this. You can mash through all the text boxes here, luckily. But yeah, this is normally only in Team Rose, which is considered the game's easy mode. But you can play it as any team, I believe, from the tutorial menu. But because we haven't selected any team, I can play it as Team Sonic here. And Team Sonic are probably the most fun to play as. The only thing is I wish they had an equivalent of the belly flop move that Big and Vector have in their teams, because that move is super useful. And it's really fun for speedrunning as well, because you can convert your belly flop momentum into speed momentum with the speed character if you quickly switch back. And I might try a couple of the different stories today. Not sure I'll just stick with Team Sonic. Hey, what's up? How's RPG? How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. And yeah, you're right, Rapid. GameCube games are hella expensive. When I was first getting back into the GameCube. That was around like 2014. I regret just not snapping up as much stuff as I could. And back in the day, I was, you know, I was still in school, etc. Not got a job, so not a lot of money. But I just regret, like, you know, not asking for more stuff for birthdays, that type of thing. You know, trying to get some favours so I could get some GameCube games, because there's like games from back then that I remember, like Smash Bros. Melee, for example. They used to cost like £10, and that was only 5 years ago, and it's now like a £40 game here. It's really bad. All the good stuff, especially the first-party Nintendo stuff, is so expensive. The Sega stuff's pretty good. I think my next move is going to be finishing off my Sonic Sub collection for the console, and then I definitely want to get F-Zero GX, because I played that for emulation before, because emulation exists, and it's a fantastic video game. Yeah, Melee's really bad over here, and the thing is, you wouldn't want to play the English version of Melee, or the English UK version of Melee either, because most people play Melee as a competitive game, and it's generally considered that the UK version is the worst version of the game. So they patched a bunch of the cool tech that you can do in that game. So even after you pay the extortionate prices, and Super Mario Sunshine is like £30–40 here now. I remember I asked for that for Christmas one year, and that was only like £10 back in the day, and I kind of regret not pushing for that a bit harder. And I'm doing great, thank you, Has RPG. A little bit warm here, but outside of that, enjoying some gaming, enjoying some streaming on a Saturday here. Oh, I see what you mean. When was it ever £10? Stuff in the UK has a tendency to crash in price a lot more than it does in the US. Like, stuff pretty firmly stays at the price it was in the US. I'm trying to think of some examples, but I can't really. But stuff over here tends to lose its value a lot quicker in terms of retro stuff. Nowadays, with the internet, that's a little bit like wishy-washy. Because the UK, in terms of trends and everything else, just copies what America does nowadays. So if it goes up in price in America, it goes up in price here as well, which is dumb. Because there's stuff. The one example I can think of is stadium events for the NES, which I know this is a Sega stream, but hear me out. Stadium events for the NES is one of the rarest American games. Here in the UK, that was because it was recalled in the US, but here in the UK it was never recalled. So it's actually a really common game, but because it's really expensive in America because it was recalled, the prices have gone up here now, even though there's like hundreds of thousands of these cartridges. And it's just, you know, bandwagoning that sort of thing with retro gaming, which is... I got some of these games when they were really cheap back in the day. I kept like 1 or 2 GameCube games, because I originally got my console in 2012, and then I rebought all my stuff in like 2014, 2015. I regret selling some of the stuff that I had, especially my original Game Boy Player, because I got that and the boot disc for like £30. And nowadays, like, the actual Game Boy Player without the boot disc you need to use it is £30, and the disc itself is like £100. And I'm like, oh, why did I sell that? But yeah, a lot of stuff here is still going on the up and up, which is why now that I have a job and this, it's that, and the other, I'm desperately snapping up Wii stuff, because the Wii's my favourite console. People bashing it a lot, but it's got a bunch of great experimental games on it, and stuff like, it's not everyone's cup of tea in here, I can understand, but stuff like Mad World, a great Sega game, £2 at the moment, brand new, in the shrink wrap. That's not going to last very long, so I'm going out my way to get deals like that now, before that skyrockets, and quarantine seems to have made that happen a lot quicker, because Wii consoles are back up to like £60–70. Before quarantine they were all like 20 or so, if even that, and now they're like £60. Ridiculous. And thank you for that, host Lightwing, and how are you doing today? I hope you're doing good. And yeah, you got a good deal on your Game Boy Player then, Rapid. I've only got the base unit at the moment, but you know, thanks to the wonders that are homebrew and homebrew development, that type of thing, there's software that you can use to replace that disc that actually works a lot better than the disc. So that's what I got nowadays. In a couple of weeks' time, I plan on doing a Game Boy stream, and you'll see all my setup for that and how it works. No emulation, all real hardware. It's going to be awesome. So keep a look for that when I'm going to do that. But let's just play the game already. I'm enjoying having a good chat. There's so many people here that I haven't had a catch up with for ages. Like Rapid, it's been so long since I've spoken to you, man. So this is one of those games where I kind of know that the menu system and everything about it inside out, so even if it didn't have English language support, I definitely could have made my way around the menus, but it's good that it's there for the sake of the stream, because that way you can read what's going on if you're not familiar with this game. And yeah, I'm good, thanks, Lightwing. I'm personally not ready for the Virtua Fighter. I'm personally not ready for the Virtua Fighter tournament, if that's what you're referring to, but I'm trying to get Rav roped into that. He's not responded to my messages, but I'm like, come on, Rav, sign up and stream it tonight. It'll be awesome. So maybe we will be ready for some more VF. Who knows? As I say, I'm going to try and get him roped in. I've been sending him some texts. I don't even have the game. I can't get it at such short notice because I don't think it's digital anymore. I think they removed it from the store. So even if I wanted to, just can't. Which is a shame, because I do enjoy Virtua Fighter. Never played 5 though. I know I'm missing out. People are going to complain about that, but 5's apparently the best one. But only familiar with like 1 and 2, and even then, I'm not very good at 1 and 2. I've never pretended to be like a fighting game aficionado in any way. Hey, what's up, Carter Game Geek? How you doing today? Hope you're doing good. Right, so let's get to it. So this game is pretty fun in the beginning. It's not as fun towards the end. It gets a little bit BS, to be honest with you. So we're going to try and stick with it for as long as possible, though. And I did mention earlier, I might be playing some other teams as well, just to give it a bit of variety. But we're playing from a fresh file anyway, so I can't just stage select around the bad stages, because I only booted this up like an hour before to test what was going on, and it works. One thing with Japanese GameCube games, which you learn the hard way though, is a lot of them, if they detect American save files on your card, will just completely wipe the card, which sucks. I don't think it does that with European games, but this memory card that I got in here is like my import card, so you know I don't have any trouble with it deleting my my save files, my important games, and that wasn't very good of me. No, let me stand up. Never mind. I used to have a Wavebird as well, Rapid. I kind of regret selling it, but at the same time, it was £50 that I needed at the time, because this was when I was out of a job for a couple of months. So it's 50 quid is 50 quid at the end of the day, especially when you're trying to make ends meet, that sort of thing. Not that it was ever at risk of not doing that, but you know, need some money in my pocket just for emergencies. So the Wavebird sadly had to go, but I don't know, I don't necessarily need a wireless controller when I was thinking about it. I'm like, hang on a second, both my GameCube controllers are... so I got a Japanese white one, and I've got the Smash Ultimate black one. I was thinking about it, I'm like, hang on, both of these controllers have like 10-foot cords, if not more. They reach across any room I put them in, as long as it's not like a mansion or anything. So, it's like, do I really actually need this? The wires are so stupidly long on this thing, but it reaches anywhere it needs to go. Now I'm playing on the Black Ultimate one right now, because it's the one I keep in my office for that sort of thing, and I keep my other one in my room. A glitch in the Sonic 3D game, who would have thought? I know, and especially this Sonic 3D game, which they just didn't bother to QA at points, because, it's coming out for 3 different consoles and PCs, so we can't possibly QA it. That'd take too much time. But I think a lot of it comes down to the engine in this game, because it's their first time playing on a new... Oh, it's their first time using renderware, which is a pretty cookie cutter engine for 6th gen games. A lot of people used it when they needed to make multiplats. So I guess it was, with Heroes, it was a lot of teething problems, but why Shadow the Hedgehog? They really shouldn't have had as many problems as they did. Pro tip, keep an eye out for Sonic Gems collection. Why is that Rapid Run? I can see it in the corner of my eye right now, because it's in my eyesight. That was... I think that was my second ever GameCube game, if I remember correctly. Good one, and then I sold it for some reason. But then it went up in value for ages, and then it started to come back down for some reason. I got it for £5. So I was like, yep, I'll take that. But I do have the European version, which for some reason has the American Sonic CD soundtrack. I don't know why they did that, considering we also got the Japanese soundtrack over here on the Mega CD. But for some reason, when they brought Gems Collection, they're like, yeah, let's just put in the American soundtrack. Only version with the Japanese one is the Japanese copy, which I'm looking to import, but it's a little bit pricey, because people want it for the exact same reason I do. And apparently it has a lot more collectibles as well. Like you can play the Streets of Rage games and the Comic Zone games in it. Because we only got Vector Man because they didn't want to stick the price up, or they didn't want to stick the age rating up. Sorry, by including the other games. So they just cut all of them except Vector Man. Yeah, I love the US OST as well. I think it gets unfairly bashed a lot. I love both. I love both quite a lot. But when I was thinking about it, I'm like, why did they do this? Because we're not familiar with the US soundtrack. That was the first time that was actually officially released in the UK/EU. So I don't get the logic behind that, but they did it, so hey, more power to them. GameCube is the most stable, Xbox Next and PS2 versions one the most glitched. Yeah, the order that I generally see is GameCube slash Xbox, for the most part, is pretty... They're roughly the same. If you play the game through Xbox 360, it starts to have problems, but on the original actual Xbox hardware, apparently they're the same between GameCube and Xbox. But then it goes PC, because the PC version runs on an alpha of the game. It doesn't run on the final version. People found out it's an alpha, which is very strange, but whatever. So you have that to worry about, and then you have the PS2 version, which is like pre-beta, if even that. It's like 1 week after development. It barely works. I played and beat the game on PS2 as well, which I was very desperate for content at the time on my own Twitch channel. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's torture myself with Sonic Heroes PS2 after I just got my console. Needed something to play. And it's not as bad as people exaggerate it to be, but I mean, when you own a GameCube or an Xbox, just please play that instead. That's the logic behind it. But generally, the PC version's pretty good. It looks nice, but it's just a slight bit more glitchy than the Xbox and GameCube versions. And Xbox, as Rapid mentioned, does have the one-up on GameCube because it has language select for voice lines. So you get some benefits of both, really. GameCube, you get the better hardware. GameCube for life. Actually, Rapid's one to know about GameCube for life, because that's still your Xbox bio, I believe. After all these years, it remains. Yeah, now what's up, Callum as well? How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good on this Saturday. Is it alright where you are? Because down here, I don't think we're actually that far apart, but down here it's not very good. It's pretty ropey in terms of the weather here, although the sun is threatening to go away, which is nice. I wish it would and start raining. But I said this last week, and then it started raining and it got even warmer. Now, what's up, Grey4 as well? Hope you're doing good, and thank you for listening to me. Making your shopping experience slightly more painful. That's what we like to hear. Fan number 3, Jesus. Do you mean like fan number as in like the speed setting you've got it on? Because I physically have 2 fans in here right now. They're both on fan setting 3. It's worse than it was last Saturday, which was unbearable. Sealed in box and new for that game seems to be $89. See, that's not awful, because I remember used, it was like 40 here. Because there's some consoles which, in the UK, it's pretty easy to find Japanese imports for. Sega Saturn's one of them. There's just an abundance of Japanese copies of every game that are already in the country when you look for Saturn stuff, which is nice, because Japanese Saturn stuff is dirt cheap, which is why I own a Japanese Saturn instead of an English one. I'm trying to get the hookup for that as well, because some guy was gonna hook me up with an HDMI lead for the Saturn, which is awesome. Because there's a good few of them, but this is like the real deal type thing. And he was gonna hook me up with one so I could stream some Saturn. I'm like, yeah, but he hasn't got them back in stock yet. He was gonna give me a bit of a discount on it, but it hasn't happened yet. So I'm patiently waiting on that. I'd love to stream some Saturn because all the other guys have been getting in on it. You know, Grey4 and Rav have both been streaming it for emulator, but real hardware life, baby. PAL Sealed in box is $29. New is $47. I got mine for £10 last year. Sonic Gems Collection, so I'm very happy with that used. I remember my old one stank as well, like the 2012 copy I had. It smelled really bad. And I don't remember what it was, but that's one of my defining features that I remember about Gems Collection, is it just smelled awful. Like, you know, I had to like spray it and disinfect it multiple times and it just wouldn't go away. And it just got to the point where I just left it in my cupboard after a while. So I'm glad I actually sold that one thinking about it and got a new copy instead. Yeah, it's rare that... It wasn't like smoke or anything, because most of the time when you hear that sort of thing, it's like tobacco. And yeah, tobacco smell, when it's on stuff, it's a pretty disgusting smell. It's arguable as to how bad it smells the rest of the time. But when it's like clinging on to boxes, that type of thing, and manuals especially, the manuals are the worst thing for that. And they all go like brown as well. Like, yeah. Don't smoke near your games, people. Yeah, and as you say, Greyfall, easier to stream it via an emulator. Exactly. I've got to like hook up all of my of my power modulators whenever I want to stream Saturn. And I think, if I remember correctly, you guys got a Japanese Saturn as well, the same one I have. So I assume you have the exact same problem I do. I do have composite cables for it, and I do have, you know, an older capture card which I could use with it. But you know, HD is the way to go. Can you land, please? I'm trying to bait him into it, but he won't do it, and I don't really fancy running after him again. Alright, fine. I'll run after him because he's just not playing ball. You can manipulate his AI so he stops there, but he's just not liking me. Likewise, these Eggborns aren't liking me either. Your copy of ASR wants a cigarette. I mean, it's not healthy. Not before it's 18. It's only 10, Callum. That's despicable. The sad thing is I knew exactly how old that game was off the top of my head. Yeah, I got far too ahead. I'm too quick, speedy boy. Can I finish him off in one cycle? It's looking that way. It is that way. What do you think of that? Gem's Collection was a gift when it was new. Nice. Never got any GameCube games new. Always were like hand-me-downs or stuff that I bought myself. So, that was fun. And now it's too late to get stuff new. Actually, that's a lie. I did get a GameCube game new because it was on Amazon, cheap and new, than it was used. It was Need for Speed Carbon, and I love that game, but I love the next-gen version more. But Need for Speed Carbon was like £5 new or £10 used. I'm like, which one would I rather have? The console isn't responding to the controller. Huh. I mean, I couldn't actually tell you why that was. I have a Japanese third-party S-video cable for the N64 that I use for my GC, because my N64 barely works. See, that is the beauty of old Nintendo stuff. All the cables were compatible, except the power bricks, which is a shame. Because the power brick for the N64 is really expensive here in the UK. Back when I got my N64, I had to pay like £20 for it on its own, and I got the console for that much. I paid as much to power it as I did for the actual console. But all the video cables are interchangeable, minus the digital port here on the GameCube, but all the analog stuff interchangeable, which is lovely. I've got an RGB SCART cable for the N64, not N64, sorry, for the GameCube, which is backwards compatible with the N64, which is really nice. Not many other companies do that. Certainly Sega didn't back in the day, which would have been a real treat. But hey, innovation means you've got to sometimes ditch things, right? Nintendo weren't willing to innovate, so we'll play that up in our head, as that's the reason why. You know, filthy Sega fan confessions, that type of thing. This stage is a thing. The problem we're going to notice a lot with this game is that the stages, yes, they get longer as you go on. But they're also longer depending on the character you play. And this is the first... Like, Seaside Hill is fine, and so is Ocean Palace, but we're already at the point now where I'd consider the stages are getting too long, and we're only on the second zone. So I can't wait for later on, especially when we get to the stuff like... what's the... Is it like Black Jungle? Something like that. The jungle one, the second one of the Frog Forest zone. And I'm not looking forward to that. Partly for the boss, not for the boss fight, for the I can't think what you'd call it. The giant enemy frog. Go with that. Actually, no, the alligator. That's it. I'm not looking forward to it for the alligator, but also for the fact that the stage is just way longer than it needs to be. Yeah, Sega were too innovative. The consoles were too ahead of their time. They needed to do a Nintendo and make stuff that was actually slightly underpowered and just focus on the games instead. Which was a shame. Because I was having this conversation with someone else the other day, but it's interesting because online was hugely popular on the Dreamcast, and it never took off quite the same way on any other console. The only other one where it was arguable that it took off was the PS2, but like 1 in 100 PS2s would have hooked it up online. Whereas the Dreamcast, I think most people at least experimented with Dream Arena or SegaNet or whatever your equivalent was in your country. But the PS2 was the most popular of the other 6th gen consoles in terms of online, but that barely scratched the surface. It took another sort of 10 years until like say roughly, what would I say, like 2007, 2008-ish, like that's 10 years roughly after Dreamcast, for online gaming to really become popular again, which is strange, because Sega led the way on it, and they led away for a lot of Microsoft stuff in particular. Which is why I still like Microsoft, actually, because they're the closest thing, in terms of their hardware design, not necessarily in terms of other stuff they do, but in terms of hardware design, they're very close to, you know, like in controllers, in the actual stuff inside the machine, very close to what Sega used to do. People often question why I would ever like Microsoft, but I enjoy their stuff. I just wish they had better exclusives. That's my sticking point with them. And yeah, PS2 I don't think you did. I think it depended on the game as to whether the online was charged, but a lot of them didn't charge, which was very nice. Sega technically did charge, I believe. They charged definitely in the US. I don't remember if they charged over here. I think it might have been if you already had a subscription with BT, British Telecom, I think you might have been able to play Dream Arena without having to pay for it. Okay, I just need to respond to something quickly. Okay, so I just received word from Ravseek. It looks like he is going to be streaming the Virtua Fighter 5 tournament that Sega are holding. So that's at 6 PM tonight. So you got me until 6, and then you've got Rav until about 9 PM. So we still got another hour and a half of the Viper. You might see me at some point later to make up for this. But yeah, VF5 tournament that Sega are holding tonight at 6 PM. Sign up ends at 5:30, I think. Yeah, on the Xbox, it's Final Showdown, so not the base Virtua Fighter 5. Didn't have enough time to start my drink there before the stage started, sadly. But yeah, look on their Twitter. It's a challenge block. So just go on twitter.com/Sega and sign up. As I say, I wish I had the game. I wish I'd been given a little bit more notice. I only spotted it at like 2 o'clock. Otherwise, I would definitely be competing, but I just don't have the game at the moment. But I'm going to pick it up. Once this stream ends, I'm actually going to look on eBay for a copy. So I have it for next time. Let's do some skips. It's an epic gamer. Yeah, exactly. Good one, Callum. Hope you do well. I'm going to be tuning in while eating some dinner, but it'll be nice actually. But I do definitely want to make up for this because I've been enjoying the stream so far a lot today actually. So maybe tomorrow, because we got a show tomorrow at 7 PM, but before then we're completely free. So might do something tomorrow afternoon. No guarantees, but I'd really like to. That is an option for myself. And yeah, thank you for dropping that link there, Lightwing. So challenge.com / lowercase o 8 lowercase wm 2 and then lowercase ikn if you want to sign up for the challenge block. Or I don't know why I'm reading this out like it's a radio stream. It's not, it's a Twitch stream. Just look at the chat on screen or look at your actual chat. If you're listening to this, you can look at the chat. I'm too much in radio mode. I've been doing this for so many years that it's weird to come back to Twitch again. I used to only stream once every 3 months while I was primarily with RS. Back in the day, I was a full-time streamer. Not full-time as in I got paid for it, but you know, it was my main hobby. So yeah, that's it really. I'm getting back into the swing of it on these Saturdays. It's a fun little thing to do with spare time because quarantine has gone away, but people, let's be fair, it's not going to actually go away anytime soon. People are just going to ignore it until they can't anymore. People are like, oh yeah, everything's back to normal, and it's really not. So it's a good thing to have this to do while we wait for things to really go back to normal in a proper true fashion. Keeps me busy on my Saturdays. Oops. Nope, I can't skip past this because I don't have a high enough tails. Or actually do I? I'm level 2. I do. Just look at that. Once a show host, always a show host. See? Go for it. As a non-show host, you would know this. As a streamer extraordinaire, you can relate. Please, Rocket Excel, I beg of you. Oh, so you did it, but you didn't touch the turtle. Also, is Virtua Fighter 5 backward compatible? Because they were talking about that for a time. Fine. I will hit you as Knuckles, but yeah, I want to make sure if it's backwards compatible because that'd be nice if it is. So I'd rather play it on my Xbox One than my 360 because the controller's way better, in my opinion. So on Xbox One, sweet. That might be a purchase then tonight. In that case, I'm a bit low on funds, but I just got some refunds for some bits on Steam, so we're dining fine. Coolest thing in the game is that at level 3, Sonic doing a homing attack makes tornado, so you can just start to homing attack things you need a tornado for. Right, yeah, I remember that. Unfortunately, my Sonic is really underpowered right now. I think there might be a 3DS eShop sale going on right now. Give it a scour and let me know if there's anything good rapid, because there's definitely some Sega games that I need at the moment, so if I can get them a bit cheaper digital, that'd be nice. Well, I can have max level tails. See, max level tails is the dream, I'm telling you. It's the way forward. Hey, what's up, Sonic Chow fan 123? How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. One thing I like about this game as well, which seems a really weird thing to like, is despite the fact it's on the GameCube, Xbox, and PS2, the camera is still mapped to the triggers, which, as a Dreamcast fan, I like very much, because I'm so used to playing Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 and moving the camera with the triggers, so I'm glad they kept that as a thing. Instead of using the C-stick, it's so easy for me just in mid-air to reposition what I'm doing versus having to let go of, the A button or whatever to adjust the C-stick. It's actually nice to be able to adjust it with the L and R buttons instead. I messed it up. Not far away from level 3 Sonic now, as I say. He's not quite the dream, but he is certainly a dream. Yeah, he's my ambitions. Whereas level 3 Tails and just, I feel is the key to improving life, really. To be honest with you, Tails is busted. I just like the quick wind speed. Yeah, I can see that. And I realised I wasn't flying. It's like, I'm not flying. Oh yeah. I don't think I can make this no matter how hard I try and cheese it. And, right. Oh, we're here. Here we go. It's what Callum's always wanted. Ah. I suddenly got lost. I am doing this very badly. Please, will you just homing attack him? No. Fine. We'll bring out Plan B. I can't remember if I have to press the B button. I think I do, and I wasn't doing that. So. No, I didn't want you to rocket excel. Hey, let's get rid of spin dash and give you an infinitely worse move. Let's make it even worse as Team Rose for some reason. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Right. We got the fully leveled up team. We can body. Was I not level 3 just then? I thought I was. But, I don't know, I'm probably not paying any attention today. Wouldn't surprise me. I tried. There was an attempt. Oh, goodbye, Knuckles. My depth perception was a bit screwed there. I thought I'd made that, so nice. It's very good. A 3D Sonic game with glitches. I'm really permanently reminded that line every time something happens in this game now. Home attack. Oh, home the turtles. They'll auto flip. Okay, I thought it was only for the can't think. The pole dancing poles, we'll call them that. Wait, it didn't register that, even though you just said that. I still did what I normally do with the turtles. Oh, climb section. Yeah, we're gonna fly past this. I don't feel like dealing with any of you today. They normally screw me over. Speaking of which, come on, get on then. Get on the pulley. Ah, there we go. And now we're gonna fight some enemies. I say fight. I didn't mean it. Nice. Right, it's time for fan number 2 to get cranked up a bit. And thank you for the follow, Sonic Chow fan. Greatly appreciated. Problem is, fan number 2 likes to squeak because it's a metal fan, so that's why I've been trying to avoid turning it on. 9 minutes.
No problem.
It didn't feel like it was that long.
Amy?
Nothing is as loud as American AC. Don't have that option, because UK, lol. That's pretty much. That's pretty much the gist of it. AC is not a thing here. So as global warming starts to take over, it gets uncontrollably hot. Please, they drowned in a puddle on the floor. Please get up. I beg of you. Alright, I'm just going to choose this as Tails. Tails is the best character. Also, I realised Knuckles is dead. Well, it was fun knowing you. Tornado spam. Actually, I forgot about tornado spam. Well, Sonic's my only other option now, so might as well do it. No, Amy. Oh wow, Callum's playing on stream. Best of luck. Enjoy. Get out of here. I said get out of here. Where are you? Oh, it's because she died. It's your favourite game. That's nice to hear. I never normally hear much love for this game, actually. I only know one person who likes it more than any other Sonic game, and that's our own Twinny in the writers department. So, I'm glad to hear it's your favourite game. I don't dislike this game. It's just not my favourite, because I'm a huge SA1 and 2 fan. I think they'll always probably be my favourites, alongside Mania. I actually saying that, do I like Mania? No, 3 and K. 3 and K is better than Mania. Sorry, fans. It's just the correct answer. That's interesting because I tend to play this game a lot more as Team Rose, and I know the trick is Team Rose is just body slam all over the place, and that's your key to win. And yeah, the reset glitch, I can definitely do that on the Team Chaotix fight / the Team Rose fight. It's way easier there than it is on that one. But it exists as Team Sonic and, or when you're playing as Team Sonic and Team Dark, but it's just a pain. Yeah, well, I'm sure you'll do great at playing Virtua Fighter on stream, Callum. I'm really glad there isn't footage of me playing Virtua Fighter on the Sega stream and getting a ring out. Otherwise, that'd be really embarrassing. So, thankfully, I haven't managed to pull off that really specific situation yet. God, what a day that was! I was so nervous. I don't dislike Casino Park, to be honest. It's Bingo Highway that's the one that everyone dislikes. Casino Park's pretty comfy. The pinball's quite bad, but for the most part there's no instant death in Team Sonic's version. I think there is in Team Dark, but I try not to play Team Dark because I like saying positive things about games, and this one in particular, so... Prepared to embarrass yourself. Well, I mean, just don't shuffle all the way to the left or right, depending on which side of the field you start on, and you'll win. Well, not win, but you won't lose as horrifically as I did to Gabby. So as long as you remember the golden rules, you'll be all good, Callum. No, I barely had not enough speed to make it in there. I spent all that time getting myself up to up to level 3 as everyone. 9-minute stage, only to make it all the way back down here. But we're back at level 1 Knuckles at least, so I guess that's a start. What's up, King? How are you doing today? It's all over for my brain cells. Thank you, Knuckles. Can I have the rest of my team? Yes. It's one thing I dislike about Casino Park and Bingo Highway. Your other teams have a tendency to teleport all over the place, and the second you switch to them, then you're teleporting as well. Damn it! I thought I'd made that. So close. So close then as well, actually. Yeah, as a whole, this game is pretty comfy to a point. It's just when it gets a bit later on that the comfy will stop, but I don't think we're going to have enough time to make it to there today. I forgot the gold ones. You can only do them as Sonic, unless you're level 3 Knuckles, or I think level 2 actually. Ultimate classic slippy controls. I mean, you're not wrong. They're not as bad as Shadows, and I've played a lot more of Shadows, so I will complain about those controls more than these ones any day, but you know, I've played worse controlling Sonic games than Heroes before. I'm playing this as if it's Fighters Megamix, and it's really not going well. No, never play anything as if it's Fighters Megamix, because Fighters Megamix plays a lot more like Fighting Vipers than it does Virtua Fighter, so trying to play it as a completely different fighting game is probably not going to work in your favour. Virtua Fighter is a lot more traditional of a fighter than Vipers is, which is a lot more comical, with stuff like the ring outs, etc. You're really good at Shadow. Got all A ranks on the file you still have. Wow. I thought it was impressive that I actually had the willpower to beat the game. I guess not. I've been bested. That was a good stream though. That was a charity stream we did back in the day for Shadow the Hedgehog. It's like 14 hours, 11 different endings, and the final story. That was an experience to do it all in one sitting, but it was a hell of a lot of fun to raise money for a good cause. But I did say at the end of that, never again, but I always do get the itches to go back to Shadow and do it again. Because I don't want to spill the beans too much, but I might have some charity stuff coming up personally. Probably RS might get involved, but mostly for me. So maybe we'll have the return of Shadow. Who knows? And what's up, Faz? How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. $300 named story paths. I know someone who's done all of them. They are a tortured soul, to say the least. They did all of them, got all A ranks, did super hard mode, or was it very hard in that game? I can't remember what it's called. I know it's super hard in this game. But yeah, they're a very poor soul for having actually done that. They did it over a course of years, but still. There's more Shadow the Hedgehog than anyone should play in their lives. And I don't dislike that game. I like it more than this one, but I don't dislike it in any way. Like, it's a fun turn your brain off stream, but the problem is when you turn your brain off for like 12 hours at a time, you want to start turning it back on when you're playing that game in one sitting. Last time I played a Virtua Fighter game was in Yakuza 6. I'm trying to remember which one it was in 6. It was either 5 or 2, but I think it was 2. My brain forgets, because I know Yakuza 7 definitely has 5 in it. Which is why a lot of people are looking forward to that coming out on PC, because if Sega's not going to give them an official Virtua Fighter 5 on PC, they're just going to hack in their own version based on the Yakuza 7 one. I mean, I'm excited to see what happens with that as well, to be honest. I'm not in charge of this Sega, so please don't sue. Also, speaking of which, there's the character teleporting thing I was talking about. Happened again. Oh, it was the arcade version of 5. No, Kiwami 2 was definitely 2. Because you would have heard if it was 5, because people would have gone mental when that came to PC. But because 6 isn't on PC, you know, gotta wait, etc. Sadly, we don't get Knuckles saying explicit words when we shoot Sonic and Tails anymore. That was always the highlight of English Knuckles. And yeah, exactly. Good question. Are you also going to join King? So the plan is at exactly 6 o'clock. There's going to be a swift handover. Like, hopefully, going to try and avoid any downtime whatsoever. But there probably will be like 5-10 seconds of it. But that's the plan, to minimise downtime. And we're going to hand you straight over to Rav, who will document his journey through the tournament. Hopefully, he cleans up, because he is Virtua Fighter King around these parts. I'm sure there'll be some strong competition in there as well, so you never know. There is a Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown tournament if you have the 360 version, King. If not, it's on Xbox One if you've got some spare cash. But I need to get that, as I said. It's the plan. Give me time.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's coming up tonight. At about an hour's time, actually. I think sign-ups end in half an hour. Or if not, that's just when you have to be ready by. He sleeps with a copy of that game every night. True. I think every night is actually not generous enough. It's like roughly twice a day, actually. Someone should probably stop it.
Here we go. Go.
Can I get the balloon? I can. So that's what I want it for. What? Are you serious? I can't cheese these shield enemies. Fine. Yeah, there's the link. If you have the game, King, the 360 version specifically, / Xbox One, not the version that's in Yakuza, because that doesn't count. Alright, we're doing good so far. We're getting to the awful bits now. I was going to use an explicit word there. I can't remember if I've already broken the PG rule. This stream so far, I've not paid attention. Alright, let's do a skipoo. Look at that. Mental. Only tournament I'm in is the one for being fat, and you've successfully won that one, so I'd like to give you congratulations on a gold trophy. Where am I actually meant to go? Is this the one where I go to the bottom? It might be. I think it is. It is. I knew there was one in one of these two stages that you had to go to the bottom of, and I just wasn't seeing the exit to that one. No! I thought that was going to kill me. I've had that happen too many times in that section. Alright, yes. I think it's in here. Also, how is that falling through solid glass, those rings? Go on. Just don't question it. Just leave it be. It's not in this one, it's the left. It's not. Or to the right. What's the other left? Stage left. That's what I meant. There's a trick here where you can make only one of them enter at once, and it's better for getting multiple attempts. No. I hope they've stayed put, because I heard someone go on a bumper. But famous last words, but I think this should be okay. Be impressed if the Yakuza games had online functions. I think some of them do. I think Yakuza 0 has online for some of the minigames, but not only the arcade stuff. But I think like bowling and something else have online in Yakuza 0. Kiwami might do as well, but not all of them do. But it would be impressive if like the arcade stuff, as you said, had online, because multiplayer Virtua Fighter 5. But if not, when it does come to PC, there is always Parsec. God bless the developers of Parsec. What a great bit of software. Streets of Rage 4 player, which I didn't think would be possible until quarantine was over, but, you know, Hey, it happened. It didn't work very well with the people I initially tried it with, but I did try it with another batch eventually, and it worked a lot better. Can I make that? I can actually make that. Oh, that was clutch. Let's turn the fan up again. Right, we're official on number 2 on both. I think you can hear that now, actually, so I'm hoping the game audio is masking it a bit. But if not, tough luck. Had a lot of good times on missions in Shadow. One dumb trick I found on my own, Black Comet Black Doom. I had found out with this one gun, if you shoot 3 shots until you get into half HP, once he's at half and starts talking, you can use unlimited ammo chaos power to drain the rest of his HP. Wow, that is ridiculous. That's also rather impressive that you found that out. You can't hear them, perfect. But yeah, that's rather impressive that you found that out, Carter. Might have to use that trick next time. Also, yes, speaking of blessing people, thank you RTX Voice for your impeccable work so far. Your help is greatly appreciated. Right, let's do this and hopefully get a team power up for each of them. What's your Parsec ID? Probably either Green Viperate or the Green Viperate. I don't quite remember. Please stop trying to hit him, Sonic. My favourite level is Rail Canyon because of the music. Yeah, Bullet Station is my favourite song in the game in particular, but Rail Canyon's also really good. Outside of that, favourite songs, Egg Fleet, most of the game, to be honest. What's the first repeat boss? The one that's in Rail Canyon, Egg Albatross, I think it is. That's probably my second place. Love that one. And the team themes as well. Follow Me is the best theme, and if you disagree, you're insecure. I can't possibly like this song because it's got cheesy female vocals. That's what I hear so many people internally saying, and it's not true. Follow Me is the best song. Follow Closely by This Machine. Team Chaotix is also good. They're all good, but some of them are better than others. It's just facts. Alright, it's Team Blast again. I know I'm wasting it, doing it here a bit. Need to learn the Team Blast bug. It's not actually that bad. And I'm going to say this and try and do it now, and I'm not going to remember how to do it. But I think it's like this. Yeah, it is. You just have to press A and... or you have to press Y and B on the same frame. Which isn't all that unmanageable. And I might spam that, especially if we get to Robot Storm today. But I've got my work cut out with me if I do, because I've got an hour to do so. I already have a fully leveled up Knuckles. I really want Sonic in particular because he makes my life easier. Fine. I could Team Blast here, but fully leveled Knuckles means I should be able to do that, but apparently I can't. So. This might be the Team Blast phase if it's the one I think it is. It isn't, so I'm not going to waste my time on it. Can you stop giving me Knuckles power-ups? Sonic is level 3, so he's got the wind kick. Thank you very much. Although it's not going to do a whole world of good here. I'm going to need... Tails can get up. Oh, do you know what? Screw it. Team Blast. I don't have enough of it. Don't have enough time left to worry about this. I might have a get out of jail free card. Once again. Alright, Sonic can now go beast mode on these guys. Although I need to be careful not to die. It's pretty important as well. Although I did almost do it twice then. Why'd you have 3 health? You're an Eggborn, you shouldn't have that much health. Just as everyone gets leveled up, it ends. That's sod sport. Good work, team. We made that slightly less painful than it could have been. I agree. If I could do it, the wind kick is very good, but I seem to have had a lapse of judgment on how to actually do it.
Easy go.
Good old Junichi adding in random English words for no real reason. That's why he's the greatest Sonic. It's just facts. Right, this stage, this was the bane of my existence when I first played this, which was on the Xbox version. So, I got a little bit better at this stage nowadays. Also, I'm not doing this the correct way. I hope this isn't annoying yet. I'm trying to remember. What's the effective way to do it? Is it this way? Yes. Although, this sounds hot. In no way does this sound hot, Callum. It's not working as well as it normally does on the English version. Interesting. The homing attack at level 3, yeah, that's what I was doing. It just didn't do very much wind stuff when I was trying it. Yeah, there we go, I got it finally. I just had to get into a rhythm. What? Rip English version, I know, Hunted Knuckles, he will be missed. Problem is, Tails keeps getting lost. Like, he was just missing for that formation for a while, even though Knuckles and Sonic were hanging on to nothing for a moment. I don't think Knuckles can fly, so... Well, especially Sonic. I know for a fact he can't fly, so... it was good that Tails got back when he did, really. Alright, I'm not gonna risk this, I'm just gonna play it safe. He's just not doing it now. He takes too long to load back in when I switch to Sonic. Yes, finally. I looked slightly competent at doing that wind kick. Right, don't dig me over, please. You didn't. That was very good at the game. Right, screw it. We'll play Sonic because he's so much faster. Until I physically cannot, and I need to switch back to Tails. But for now, for the sake of my sanity and finishing this stage much quicker, we will use Sonic. This shot is so nice. I enjoy it very much. Right, trouble's coming up here, so. Keep myself as Tails for a while, just in case. It's a good idea that they did that now. They need to place some objects slightly out of reach, because there are times where I think they forget that you have a character who can fly. They put things out of reach for Sonic, but then you can just skip straight past them with Tails. Like those boxes that are meant to have the springs on them. Once you defeat all the enemies, you can just jump off them. You can just jump off them and reach the bits that you're meant to be flying to. Speaking of which, let's do it now. Knuckles, why have you come back? Oh, I see why you've come back, because I went too far. And now Sonic's gone missing. Oh, he's back. I'm not risking missing that in any way. Okay, I need to line myself up with the middle of Knuckles' dreadlock. Ah, you what? Okay, sure. I'll take that. We take those. Oh, please go backwards. Yes, you living legend. This is going to be scary. Okay, never mind. It turned me back around the right way. Based.
Here we go.
Oh, yes.
Here we go.
Okay, I would normally go up there, but hey, stream safety. Am I right?
Here we go.
Ah, that was not Tails. That would have ended very messily. Oh, please make it back. That was a wee bit sketch, but it worked. Never underestimate my early 3D Sonic recovery skills. Speaking of which, let's just skip this bit.
Here we go.
Because I can skip just right to the end if I want to, which I do.
Yes.
Nice. Made it through there unscathed, actually, which I didn't expect. There's stage music coming up now. But I do just want to check in with Rav before we go any further to make sure that we are all good for 7? 6? What year is it? Blitz station sucks. It's not actually that bad thinking about it. It's just repressed childhood memories of this stage. Getting stuck on it for hours and hours. And the worst part was with like original Xbox emulation on the 360, because it put it into a hardware mode. It meant that you couldn't access any like the dashboard features. So back in the day, when I was a heavy Xbox Live Party lurker, after school, that sort of thing, I couldn't just hop in a party chat and rage about it with people. I just had to sit there in silence and get repeatedly owned by this stage. And I have better memories of Riders, and I hated Riders as well. I only enjoyed this game a lot more as time went on. And this game in general, actually, I think it was mainly when I got the GameCube version, I started to appreciate this game a lot more than I used to on the 360. I think it's just this one that I need to do, right? I've never fully completed Heroes, actually. I've done all the teams individually, but I've never got the emeralds, and I've never done it all on the same file. It is a plan for one day to do it, but at least I complain about Shadow, but at least Shadow has variety. You only have to replay the same stages once, minus Westopolis. This game you have to replay the same stages 4 times, and that's a bit daunting of a task, even for like a charity thing. It would get very dull very quickly. The game would, at least, not the stream, but the game would. So the reason why I've never done it as like an incentive or anything for those sort of streams, because I just don't want to deal with the physical torment. Yeah, out of the stories, I've already mentioned my favourite's Team Rose. It's just a comfy, like you can beat it in an afternoon, if not an hour, type thing. Levels are short. There's less BS as a whole. I just prefer that story. This one's a close second. Team Chaotic's a third. And then finally, dead last, we have none other than Team Dark. Oh, right, I do actually need Knuckles back, so that's Team Blast. There's a bug on my game boxes. Go away. You shouldn't even be in here. That's why there's a net to keep you out. Be careful about this because we are dangling over an edge.
Here we go!
Oh, I kicked into the front of my GameCube, and I was thinking it was a Wii because I was like, oh no, I might have just pressed the power button, mightn't I? Then I remember, oh right, the power button's on the top of the GameCube. I'm so used to playing these games on the Wii, it's kind of just second nature to me. It's fine.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Getting some pickups here. Look at this hole. That's not going to make it. Okay, barely. It was worth risking it for the extra life because at the very least, all I lose out on is like a minute of my time versus a life. If I got it. Oh, okay. I'm Knuckles now, I guess. Was there some sort of power switcher? Because I didn't press the button.
Here we go!
This section and the second cannon section were always my least favourite, but I don't know. I've got a newfound confidence going into this. I believe I can do it. No, I was slightly too far away, but the wind kick is still activated then, so I'm fine with that. Alright, I got to do this with Knuckles. Thank you, Knuckles, for coming back to my rescue.
Here we go!
Oh, this section as well, actually. This one's bad. It's not anywhere near as bad as the Team Dark version, but I don't like it. Oh my goodness, I thought I had to manually control that. No! Oh, we're gonna go slow as balls now. Can I not move? Am I actually stuck? Okay, I can move, but like really poorly. This is gonna be messy. Yep. Is that gonna kill me? Yeah, it is. I was like, I had control for a second, so I had what little faith I have left in this game. I was like, oh, maybe it won't kill me. Update, it did. Oh, and I got to go back to before this section. Screw you. Why is there not a checkpoint at the end of it? Or is there? And I just skipped it. I don't remember. Oh, I can't grip the controller properly anymore. It's a problem here. It's a problem when you're trying not to fall off the edge when playing a very rickety Sonic game. Hold together by some tissue paper and some string. In terms of the physics engine. Let's try this again. This time with more passion. Not with passion. Never with passion. Not on this radio station. Glittery string and dreams. I don't know if I'd describe it as dreams, but certainly glittery I like. It's passion. Thank you, Metropolis Street Racing, for ruining that word for us permanently. The thing I never get is why does this have personal bests on it? Like the top green one. Like, I've never played this stage before on the save file. Why is there a personal best? And I don't think it ever changes as well. Like, if you replay the level, I'm fairly certain it doesn't change. And if it does, no one ever talks about it. Yeah, I knew they would hide one up there. Trollish. Oh, and the third one's going to be around here, isn't it? No, where is it then? Oh. Oh, take my rings! Oh, I have a level 1 Tails, so I can actually just hit him. Please, camera, focus, so I don't die. I think beating it was for points, and enough points to get in rank. Makes sense.
あの先に見えるのがエッグマンの基地か。一発を見舞してやるぜ。やったね。やったね。
Alright, we out.
行くよ。やってやるぜ。任せてよ。Yes.
Thank goodness. That wasn't as painful as I thought it'd be, though. I normally get screwed over a lot by that level. Well, that took a long time. I must have done very well there.
ちょっと手こずっちゃった。ソニック、あれ。
This boss has a tendency to drop me over a pit every time I play it, so I'm going to need to be careful. No, I don't want to attack the cannons. I want to attack the ship. Once again, you don't seem to be following that. Why is there random walls of lasers? I don't recall them ever being there. Thank you. No! No thank you. Once again, no thank you. Stop dropping me over the pit. Hit me! Please explain! I've failed to see. I swear! Stop hitting the front of him, which is just a damage sponge that doesn't actually do anything. That's getting dangerous, so I'm just going to let go for now. Yo. Attack the wing. Yeah, I realised after the wing was taking damage, I thought it took it independently of the ship itself, but it didn't. Play that safe as well, because I never know where this is going to spawn me. Because it normally is nice and puts you back in the middle of the platform, but I've also just had it drop you before. No warning given, so... Camera! It's early 3D Sonic, the camera is the final boss. That is a given. Once again. Give me strength! And yeah, that's true, he will attack you if you run backwards. I know that factoid, but... why not? Let's play it. Let's play it the legit way. The intentional route. Frog Forest. Which... Frog Forest is fine. I love Frog Forest. It's just going to be the Black Jungle or whatever it's called that screws me over. Catch you later, Lightwing. Hope you have a good one, and I'll try and rally the troops to get on the tournament for you.
偽物？
その僻地で我がエッグマン艦隊が世界を席巻する様。指をくわえて眺めておるがよいわ。しまった。時間稼ぎの罠か。ソニック。
これエッグマンのメカじゃない。待ってよソニック、ナックルズ。
Yeah, catch you later. Have a good one, Lightwing. Yes, his voice sounds significantly better than it does in the English version, where he just sounds... I am Metal Sonic. Fear me, even though I have a cold. Fear me. Copying life form data. Oh, I missed that. Legit.
Here we go. Go.
This stage is so comfy, as is the music. It's even comfier as Team Rose, but unfortunately I'm not playing it.
Here we go.
Metal Sonic has COVID-91. Okay, yeah, I see. Sure. just go with it. No, I barely didn't make that. Yeah, he sounds like a pretty poor Dalek knockoff in Heroes. It's not far from the truth, actually. So like, oh yeah, let's just generic robotic sounding voice. So let's not use an actual computer to make that voice. Let's pay a real person to just make a really gravelly voice instead. Yeah, the hammer hover as Team Rose is pretty cool. I just wish that it didn't make the rocket excel harder to do. Because if you whiff it as Sonic, you do a kick move instead, and same with all the other characters, I think, except for Team Chaotix. But if you whiff it with Team Rose, you do the hammer attack, which actually slows you down. Whereas the kick attack is roughly the same speed, if not slightly faster. The hammer attack is so slow. And same with holding the A button. If you hold the A button as Amy, she does a hammer twirl, which gives you a bit more height, which is once again why it's really nice to play as Team Rose. Nice quality of life changes like that. Oh no, the vines are giving me flashback. Not the vine, but God, not long. Just remember. Remember, this zone will be over soon. Are you gonna... Rain, go rain. Again another day. Alright. What's this guy do? Let's find out. Let's have fun together. Oh, he just keeps it raining. Oh, no he doesn't. But I'm not seeing anything of use. Now I am, but it's too late. You would do that, that's why I was sighing.
Here we go. Take it.
I'm ballsy. There was no reason to do that whatsoever, except I just felt like it. Which is not a phrase you should ever use when playing Sonic Heroes, because more often than not, I felt like it will kill you.
Here we go.
I don't think I've ever been this way, actually. I've been down there, but I don't think I've just straight up skipped past it. Oh, right, let's not do that, because that will lead straight to my death. My head's spinning. Hey, what's up, Dart? How you doing today? Except you're not going to be hearing that phrase at all. Because he doesn't say it here, or if he does, I can't understand a lick of it. Why did you play through the whole of Team Chaotic? Because I felt like it. See? It leads to a bad time. And that's why you don't do it. I was walking around the forest this afternoon, and was it more pleasurable than playing Sonic Heroes? Yes or no? I can't actually imagine it'd be all too nice walking around the forest today. Don't get me wrong, the scenery would be lovely, but ooh, a bit muggy. We'll say no. That was quite nice. Oh, wow. I wouldn't want to walk around the forest because I can just imagine that all the heat would be quite low in all the forests around us. There's one that's like a 10-minute, not even a 10-minute, it's like a 2 to 3 minute walk from my house. And yeah, that's true, there is lots of shade, but I found a lot of the time, depending on the types of trees that are around, it just brings down all the heat down to your level instead, which actually can be a lot worse at times. But if it was nice around you, that's what counts. Why? Why must you do this to me? Level up. I didn't know that animation was in this game, but hey. How am I finding Heroes? I've played Heroes before, so it's just as Heroes is. It's been quite forgiving for me so far, but this is the stage where the game starts to get a little bit annoying in my eyes. Specifically the ending of the stage. So it's been Sunshine and Rainbow so far, but I get the feeling that's all about to change. But I'm only streaming for about another 30 minutes or so I won't get to the really bad bits of Heroes just yet. See, that was another because I felt like it moment, and I just realised that was wrong. So, for saying that, that was really stupid of me. I should have taken the safe route. But speaking of which, I'm getting ballsy again. As a whole, Heroes is quite good up until the end of the forest zone, and then it just all goes to crap, pretty much. So playing with fire. Oh, I am playing with too much fire. Hey, I haven't been burnt yet, so I'll keep playing with fire until I get burnt. That's right, Sonic. That's the person I wanted to play as. The star, yes. That took me some time to figure out, then, alarmingly. Really? Oh, that was so close. There, that's better. Oh, yeah. You can't take that away from me. Not gonna bother. Take my team blast. Rings, take my rings. Knuckles could do the level up as well though, game, if you're feeling generous. Luckily the alligator chase, or crocodile, whatever it is, I don't quite remember, it does give me infinite lives as Team Sonic, so that part shouldn't be too bad. I say as I fall straight into the water. That hasn't set me far, actually, hasn't actually set me all that far back though, so I just have to do, actually I don't have to do it manually, I'll just team blast glitch. Yeah, if you give me 2 large enemies, I ain't playing by the rules and sitting there and fighting them for like 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm not making the same mistake. Yeah, you were getting a bit too close for me, my friend. Yeah, my personal bubble was being a bit violated there, so I did have to make a run for it. Those large guys are worse than Rush. That is true. Yeah, Rush has those rooms where it just stops you and it's defeat these enemies, and they have 5 hit points each. That starts from Mirage Road onwards, and I can't fathom why, but I actually know I can. Dimps. Dimps is the answer. What's the meaning of life? Dimps. No! Slidey physics! You're the bane of my existence, my number 1 enemy. Should I just team blast glitch again? Fighting enemies is so fun. That's why I've avoided it so far. I've done pretty good up until now of just not fighting enemies, but this is the point in the game where you do have to actually do that. Better. Do I want to go through there? I think that's a section for mission 2 only. I could glitch my way through it if I wanted to though. You can just rocket Excel through those laser doors. Yeah, Final Fortress in particular, there's a lot of like time sensitive areas that you have to get to at certain times, otherwise die. So I understand. And yeah, there's a lot of those large enemies in there as well. They're actually quite few and far between now and then. Also, that almost killed me because it almost clipped me out of bounds. Not out of bounds, but it almost, you know, clipped me off the stage. Yeah, I certainly agree with that. With the sentiment, screw the large enemies.
Here we go.
You as well.
Here we go.
What's he do here? I'm trying to recall. Ah, right, that's it.
Here we go.
Oh, it's a light speed dash section that never worked. It did this time. Thank you, game. It must have heard my cries. Alright, here we go. Time for PS. Yeah, so if I just get that balloon every time, I can get infinite 1-ups. Which greatly helps me with this section, because I'm not very good and I'm going to have to go into concentration mode. So, enjoy, people. See, because I always flirt with the idea of replaying this game, and then I get to this section, and then I go, nope. Shit. Shitsu! Oh my god! How am I still alive? Once again, I repeat that sentiment! that lasted way longer than it should have done. There's a rhythm to it, but the problem is the rhythm changes depending on like which frame you best press the button on, and that just sucks. Oh, camera. Right, second try. We'll do it with Tails again, because doing it with Sonic is torture. It's that one, because that one's placed further away. That's the one that always gets me. Viper Sword, yes, because we're at the point in the game where it's as inevitable as me dying to this section repeatedly. That was close. Yeah, this in particular, like this, and there's one section in Mystic Mansion as well as Team Sonic, which I don't like. Just mean I never want to touch this game. Outside, it's the same place again. Outside of playing as Team Rose, it's because it skips with the bad sections like this. Don't worry, we'll only be here for like 20 more minutes, which is roughly how long we got left.
また黒いカエルが。
こいつら沼に落とす気だ。急げ。
What? Why did you go backwards? Why? What did I do to deserve this? I think it is because you're meant to play as Sonic here. The rhythm is intended for Sonic, so when you play as anyone else, it screws you over. But I'm not playing as Sonic because I get a second chance in most instances to recover if I play as Tails.
黒いカエルが。
こいつら沼に落とす気だ。急げ。
Why did you skip? Damn it!
任せてよ。
Another example of why you play that as Sonic. Right, fine. We'll throw the game a goddamn bone, and we will play as the Blue Mouse. Right. Let's do it as him instead.
急げ。
なんかでかいやつが現れたぞ。
面白い。俺のどっちが速いか勝負だ。
Thank you.
大変だ。
See, I did it first time when I play as him, but I'd still rather not have to play as him on a section where I can't. Also, you get banned. There we go. Goodbye.
もっと頑張らないと。
I mean, I only got stuck there for roughly about 5 minutes, which was actually less than I was expecting, so win some, you lose some. Yeah, we haven't had any follow bots recently. Twitch has been quite clean of those. Yeah, questionable level design. It only works as a single character, but it doesn't signify that you need to use that character. But luckily we got easy boss fight to compensate for the hell that was. My own personal hell.
任せなさい。
It's not quite Team Rose easy, but it's pretty pathetic. You die.
Yes.
Thank you. I meant Team Chaotic's pathetic, but both teams, depending on which one you play as, are pretty dumb.
少しは目が覚めたかい？
Sega loves the fast and loose as long as it works. Sometimes it's good enough. Yeah, I'm sure they play tested it, and the devs play tested it. And the thing is, when you're a dev, you know exactly how something should work. So it doesn't quite apply. I don't dislike Hand Castle actually. Out the two stages, it's the aesthetic that I dislike. I don't dislike the aesthetic, but I prefer Mystic Mansion from a design standpoint, but Hand Castle from an actually playing it standpoint is definitely the best stage. Right, while in engine cutscene, let's message Brav, who is now not responding. Sick. Let me grab my phone in that case. I'll send him a text. Actually, I'll leave the music going for your sake. I just hope it doesn't kill me. Okay, it hasn't. Alright, there we go. The amount of times I've broken games I'd love to do game test. Oh yeah, QA is the dream for me. I'm very good at accidentally finding glitches and stuff. So game QA is like a dream job, really.
What?
なんだ一体どうなった？
お城が逆さまになっちゃったみたい。
All right.
このケースはスイッチでロックされてるみたいだよ。えいで
やめが
やってやるぜ。
やめが
任せてよ。うわー、また反対になっちゃった。
これで元に戻ったってわけだ。
Right, well, one for 3. Rocket excels. There's been worse trade deals. Yeah, but most of the time it doesn't ruin my experience of games. If anything, I actually find it quite humorous when it does happen. It doesn't take me out of it. Because, unlike most people who get really salty when glitches happen, I know that stuff happens, you know. So it's never really irritated me all that much. When Sega fan someone used to glitches. No, you should only be used to glitches if you're a Sonic fan. Get it right. These games have always been glitchy from the start, despite what people people have a tendency to say. The classic Sonic games are really broken as well. Yeah, exactly. I'm the same. Only salty if I get soft locked or the game freezes. If it's a long level, then I get more salty at soft locks. I don't have a tendency to actually care. If it's like, oh no, I'm a minute into this level and it's soft lock. Yeah, you're not a Sonic fan, I see. Best thing is the guy who coded Sonic 3D Blast made a secret level select menu as an error handler to pass QA. Yeah, I heard about that because back in the day, Sega used to have really strict QA requirements, which was that the game could be turned on for like 2 weeks. We turned on for 2 weeks without crashing. So if it did crash, it would go to the secret level select screen. Just so, because if it failed, then it was another 2 weeks in QA, and they wanted to get it out for Christmas. So just stick in the error handler of the secret level select screen. It was awesome because then people figured out that you could trigger it by hitting your console, or just generally corrupting the game in an emulator, and it would always trigger it, which is really funny. Because he never expected it to be visible, and then didn't actually quite account for how flimsy the cartridge connectors on Mega Drive games are. So he played himself there, really. Good old John Burton. Whatever happened to that strict QA? Money saving is the answer. Because console manufacturers are just like, we don't care as long as the game gets out on time, which is the exact opposite. Sega was like, we don't want the game to get out on time if it's hugely broken. Although Fantasia did come out for the Mega Drive, despite every sign saying that it shouldn't. So maybe we can't we can't take their word for everything. I can't go that way, can I? No, I can go this way. Yeah, because I can go the way the lights are. Patience. I say it as I almost fall to my death. I left myself a bit of juice in the old tank to recover that. Stop recovering health. Since one of you two take out the shield. Yes, Fantasia was the one that ruined their relationship with Disney. Because the story goes that someone sold them the license to Fantasia, despite the fact that Walt Disney never wanted Fantasia to get licensed. So what happened was Disney found out. I forgot about this. And yeah, Disney found out that Fantasia got licensed, or one of his sons did, and the company Disney did, as well as one of his sons, and went mental at the fact that someone had licensed them Fantasia. So they requested it immediately be pulled, because otherwise it was going to ruin their the image of the film. And the film was actually not that good anyway. As Sonic Yoda put it on a Sega-driven, scathing hot 1940s film takes. Yeah, the game is dreadful, and the fact that they shouldn't have made the game in the first place, even though it wasn't their fault, combined with the fact that it was dreadful, because they outsourced it to, I can't remember who, it was a French company. But that combination of things just absolutely ruined their relationship. The thing is, they're really, even for like Disney standards, really protective of Fantasia, because Walt Disney called it, I think, his favourite film that he ever did, and it was the one that, you know, kind of got Mickey in the limelight, that sort of thing, so they respect his wishes, and they really, really protect that license more than normal Disney standards. So when they found out they made a game that was technically unlicensed, they went, "Oh my god, recall this immediately." Oh, I meant to go this way. That's what killed me last time, then.
ヒヤヒヤもんだぜ。
大丈夫かな。
どうってことないさ。
I'm trying to figure out why there wasn't a left and right path, and the answer is because there just wasn't a right or a left path. Where? Oh, it's up here, isn't it? Oh, yes. I have some muscle memory left here. Can you? Nice. Cheers, game. Oh, I was wondering what Sonic was targeting onto. Now I see. Yeah, that Metal Sonic statue. We were talking about this recently among some friends. It's a really nice detail. Very foreboding as well, considering he is the real enemy of this game. Spoilers. You know, we've seen him lying around so far like he's been copying lifeform data or whatever gubbins he says. But we don't actually quite know yet that he's the true villain until Final Story, which we're definitely 100% not going to play. Screw getting the Chaos Emeralds.
Here we go. Take this.
This is a bit dodgy, actually. I thought he was going to snipe me, and I was going to fall. Oh, thank you, character switch, for killing those people and not anything that I did then. Yeah, Final Story is so not worth the hassle, even more so than Shadows, which is just long-winded. This is actually, like, physically painful. What? Was I just not meant to go out that window? You just gave it to me to troll me. I think you did. I'm so confused. What? Oh, I didn't have any rings. That explains all. I'm getting mowed down here. I ain't having it. I won't stand for it. I missed the switch. I did, didn't I? Thinking back on it. Yes. Yes, I did. I forgot. I just went straight through. That was slick. Let's do it again. Oh right, I can only electrocute them because I'm solo leveled as a result of dying. Right, let's get the switch this time. Yes, I forgot you were there. Where's base Callum? Callum, you are wanted.
Here we go.
Oh, you need to check in, so if you're still here, Callum, just follow whatever Lightwing tells you to do. I'm not too sure myself. Not that I can provide you with any help with that, so if you could please be of assistance, Lightwing, that would be very lovely of you. Thank you as always. I can't remember Callum's Discord tag, but he definitely does. Actually, I think they got rid of Discord tags now. Because mine used to be Green Vibrate and hashtag 6383, and it's now just Green Vibrate for some reason. I don't know why they got rid of that. I guess it's because they're trying to turn Discord into an education tool, so they got rid of tags. Saying that, I have had a lot of random people messaging me after that happened, so I'm not quite sure how they got my name.
Here we go.
Tails, come back to me. You have a Discord tag still. Interesting, because mine doesn't show on my end anymore. You good, game? I have no clue why it did that.
Here we go.
I love this shot here as well, by the way. This is one of the best shots in the game. Just running down the tower. It's a shame you only get to do this with 3 of the 4 characters. The stage cuts off at this point. nobody else has that name. I highly doubt that, Callum. It's a very common name. Apparently, according to Twitter. Apparently other people have it, so that's why I'm the on most things. It normally flashes up on the bottom right hand corner of the stream, even to tell you that. Same with my Twitch and a lot of my other gaming accounts. Right, let me check Discord. We've only got like 10 minutes left. It's not really worth starting another level if Rav's ready. I know. I think of go with 6 shot. Right, so he says he's going to go with 6. So I think I got time. I don't know time to do what. That's what I'm trying to figure out. You know what? Play Monkey Ball. Why not? I've got 10 minutes. I can do a quick run of beginner mode in 10 minutes. Please go back to Swiss. Please, Swiss. Don't go to a black. Ah, damn it. Oh wait, no. Hang on. I did the wrong button combination. Come on. Come on. If not, you're going to have to see... Oh, no, there it is. Okay, let me just put it in the disc quickly. Be good to go. 2 seconds, guys. You're going to hear me scrambling under my desk to do so. I don't think I can do Mystic Mansion in 10 minutes. No, I don't think I can do Mystic Mansion in 10 minutes, to put it bluntly. So I'm just going to leave it. Right. I need to get a copy of Monkey Ball 2. I actually don't have one on GameCube because Deluxe is a better game in almost every single way. But it's also not officially on GameCube. There is now a mod of... There is a mod as of like a couple months ago for Monkey Ball 2 Deluxe. Or Monkey Ball Deluxe on GameCube, which is awesome. It's a mod of 2. And it's great, but I can't... I can actually play it through here. It's on my hard drive, but... My SD card, sorry. But it doesn't play ball that well. Settings, forced to 480p, because this is a PAL game, so Sonic Heroes does it automatically because it's a Japanese copy, but this one won't do that, so I gotta force it to 480p, and it might, my monitor might shout at me because it doesn't like 50 Hz stuff, which this will boot in. There we go, right. The border might be a bit off. Oh, right. Oops, I forgot to take out my JP memory card. That could be bad. I'll have to check to make sure I didn't just lose my save file after the stream. Yeah, the borders look all wrong because this is in 576i. Because it's an American, not American, it's a UK game. Right, let's go VI. And I think this is a bit loud, so I'll turn it down. Hopefully I can do the expert stuff as well. Well, not expert, the extra. Because I'm pretty confident I can do this without game overing. I'm not. Actually, I am going to risk this. Why not? YOLO. YOLO swag. Jump to floor 5. See, we're already halfway through beginner mode, and I've only done 2 stages. That's how just short it was in the earlier Monkey Ball games. Please, senpai, please. Thank you. But, yeah, 10 stages, and then I think 10 bonus stages should take me to about 6 o'clock. Yeah, II-chan with his good old design, although I think I actually prefer his new design, to be honest. But people love the old Monkey Ball designs and beg for them back. I love this game as well. I wish they'd make a new good Monkey Ball game because I love Banana Blitz HD, but it's just not classic Monkey Ball, is it? Let's keep it real. Hopefully Rolled Out will be good because those guys are putting in some serious good work. I might be able to make this actually on first cycle. I can. Great. Nice. Need to keep cleaning my hands. This is not a game you can have sweaty hands for. Sorry guys, it's just I gotta say it, you know. Gotta point it out in case you're ever thinking about doing it. I can inform you that it's probably not a good idea. Yeah, I'm not wanting to pull my hair out yet. That's why I'm on beginner mode. See, look, we're already at the end of beginner mode. It's so short in Monkey Ball 1. I think in 2, it's 20 stages. Actually, no, I think it's 15 in 2. And in Deluxe, it's 40, which is quite a lot more, you can imagine. Because it's a combination of 1 and 2. Fuck this stage at times. It's fine most of the time, but the second your hands start to sweat, that's when you can't grip the joystick. Nice. Right, so I have 5 continues going into extra mode now. See, I knew just beginner on its own wouldn't fill enough time because it's 4 minutes to go until 6. Go. Alright, I'm going to be patient here for this one. Although, my patience didn't bear fruit. Because I went actually slightly too late. It doesn't matter if I game over here at all, because as far as I know, I can make it past World 3 if I game over. Wait, sorry, I can make it past Extra 3 if I do. I hate this because the Amusement Visions logo is so shiny on purpose to show off the texture rendering of the GameCube, and it makes it impossible to see where you're going. Or no, I'm getting confused. It's Monkey Ball 2, which has 10 extra stages. This only has 3. Yeah, would you look at that? We're already done. Right, well, we'll just watch the credits until 6 then. That first stage made me want to pull my hair out a bit more than the rest of it. Right, I'm going to keep my eyes on Discord anyway. There we go, that was Super Monkey Ball 1. Wasn't very difficult, was it? So, I've just received word from Rav, I've just been checking. Might stream some of the matches, but just because it'd be a lot of sitting around and waiting, he won't stream the whole thing. So, I'm going to host you over to some guys instead who will be streaming the whole thing, every single match. That might be a bit better, and you'll see various members of our community competing in the tournament, so feel free to stop on by, etc. I might come back and finish Sonic Heroes tomorrow. Depends on the weather again. I'm still completely undecided. But it's been a fun one today. I wish I could have finished the entire game, but there just wasn't enough time to do so. As you can imagine, being cut really short. I'll try and come and cheer you on, Callum. I'll be eating my dinner, but I can give it a go. I'm eating a lot earlier than I thought I would today. I expected to be dining very late tonight, but thankfully I've been blessed with an early finish. Although I did say an early finish, these credits are really long in both of these games, so I might be here for a few more hours at this rate. And yeah, once I get off stream, I'll just check to make sure that my Heroes save files are alright. That will also dictate whether I play the game tomorrow or not. I forgot to take out the memory card, and it might have tried to format it by playing an English game. And yes, the bot does bring up a very good point. Do follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/Radio Sega. Also, give us a follow on Twitch if you've enjoyed what you've seen tonight. Most of the time we do reside over on our own website rather than on Twitch, so that is radiosega.net, where we play the best Sega music 24/7. And outside of that, we play you a lot of live shows. Coming up next on the actual live shows themselves should be Saturday Night Sega, I'm told. No Hidden Palace tonight. for health reasons. Saturday Night Sega should be on at 10 PM UK time. I haven't been told otherwise yet, so that'll be at 10. And Virtua Fighter's on before that, so keep watching the Twitch. It'll be some good stuff. You can also join us on Discord. That is radiose.ga/Discord, where a lot of the hijinks go on, and you can chat during shows and also outside show time as well. Outside of that, facebook.com/RadioSega, Instagram.com/RadioSega as well. I'm having to fill time because these credits are so goddamn long. Seriously, who designed them? Oh wait, hang on, I know. The game programmers. All the lovely people who worked on this video game, which I enjoyed very much. For like the 2 minutes that I was actually in it. We have to make sure we get more Kitty Blop on the next show. Exactly, look, Greyfall's got the deets. So, listen to him, he mostly knows what he's talking about. I say mostly because I haven't encountered a situation where he hasn't, but I'm sure at some point it's probably a subject that he's not well versed on, so that might be the time. But that time has not come yet. I'm a Dusty Langer. I've never seen that text in my life. And it's going to ask me to put in a name, but I can't because I don't have a save file. Because I have no memory card in it because I took it out. But it still let me continue anyway. What is my name? It's Pfeiffer. I've got 60 seconds. Oh god! I'm not going to make my initials VB, but I appreciate the concern, Callum. That's the end. I've beaten Nagoshi himself, and Shoji as well, and Ari. Would you look at that? There we go, that was Super Monkey Ball. That was also Sonic Heroes, the Japanese version. And thank you all for tuning in. Stay tuned, because we're about to host the Virtua Fighter stream. Best of luck to Rav and Callum, and the rest of our community as well, like Lightwing, etc. Have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you whenever I can catch you. Depends on tomorrow's conditions, as I say, but hopefully it'll be all positive and we can finish some Sonic Heroes action. But have a good one, guys. Bye-bye for now.